Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Tuesday, October the 4th. Turnaround Tuesday indeed, especially in the last 45 minutes today with a monster rally, the likes of which I haven't seen in quite a while. Short covering extraordinaire. The Dow ran 400 points in 40 minutes. The S&P about 50, and the NDX around 90, 85, 90 points. It was phenomenal. A lot of stocks rebounded, but more importantly, I want to show you some of the stronger stocks, or the stocks that I like the best here that are acting the best. Alexion, after a big move, they took it from 46 and change up to near 70 just from early August to end of September. Came down hard into the 60 range, but today bounced from 59.98 to 62.68. Actually got up to 62.99, closed at 62.68, up $1.81, about 3%. 2.8 million traded, and it looks like it may have reversed off the trend line. We'll see. This looks like it could get back up and test the 69.70 range short term, and maybe get into the mid 70s if the market cooperates. Cubist Pharmaceuticals stock I happen to like it here. I like the way it acted during this pullback. It made a nice. It was actually making new highs until last week, midweek. Came down into Friday, and yesterday was down again, and today reversed sharply from 33.43 to 35.38. Closed at 35.31 near the high for the day. Also up 3.7%, only $1.26, but it held right under 50. It held the pullback right back to the declining top line that had broken here. Tested and bounced. Looking for a retest of the 37.75 range short term, and then maybe a run up towards 39.5. CPHD Cepheid acting great in here. The stock, as you can see, has been in a beautiful rising channel for the last year and a half. After a dip in early August, it's moved up steadily in the channel. Today it reversed from 37.37 to 41, closed at 40.90, up 306 or 8%. 20.5 million shares traded today. This stock looks to me like it's going to break out above this resistance zone which is retesting the July highs as well, and it should run up towards 44, my near-term target, secondary target 49. ELGX also acting great after this little head and shoulders type bottom breakout here. Got to the top of the channel. It pulled back, tested, bounced, and then retested. Today spiking back up from 981 to 1070, closing a penny off the high, up almost 7%. Volume was 792,000 shares. The best volume in about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Look for retest of the highs and then a move into the 12.75, 13 range. MDCO. Yesterday's big gap broke it out. Today it held up very well during the early market decline and then jumped from 16.34 to 17.64, up net 89 cents on the day, about 5.3% and 1.8 million traded. So good volume, good action. Looking for a retest of the highs around 19, 19.5. MELA, good action here. Let me clean this up for you a little bit. You'll see that the stock has been in a range here after breaking out, and then backed off to test the gap, but held for 3 or 4 days right at the 430 range. Today, after holding 440 in the morning, jumped all the way up to almost 6, 598, closed 6 cents off the high, up $1.29 or 28% today. Volume soared to 3.9 million. If this stock gets above the 625.30 range, which it may tomorrow, watch for this to spike up to the 7.5, 8 zone. Mistress Group, which had been acting very well, pulled back to test, bounced, and tested again. This line held all the way through this market decline. Note that the left shoulder, head, and right shoulder, head and shoulders bottom that broke out here was tested here, and then again here and here. 3 times held the 17.5 range, and today exploded from 17.82 to 2030, closed at 2023 up 223, 12.3%. But take a look. We're testing resistance up here, and if we get through it, look for a run up towards 23, 23.5. MyTech bounced off the major rising channel today. A significant move, in my opinion, from 834 to 941, about a 0.07, $1.07 before backing off to 906. Still up 39 cents, 4.5%. Want to see some explosive movement here, getting it up past the 975.80 range, and then up through the 10 range to test the 1050, 60, 70 zone up here. Through that, I'm looking for a retest of the high at 13, and then a move up to my intermediate target at 16. MRGE is acting well. Big reversal day from 537 to 618. That was a up 14%, and the stock bounced right off double trend line here. That's a key level. Let's see if we get a follow through. Looking for a retest of 715 to 25 zone, and then up towards the top of the channel at 8.5. MXWL had a nice reversal, and look at the breakout, retest, spike to new highs, pull back and held that line right there. Not only was that the prior tops in the zone, but also the declining channel and the rising 50. Reversed from 1727 to 1917 and closed a penny off the high, up 8.3%. Looking for a retest of 20.5 and a move up eventually to 22.75. Excuse me. QCOR have been acting very well and consolidating nicely. Held up reasonably well on the market slide here. Today reversed from 25.94 to 28.90. Closed a penny off the high, up 9.6% today. If we can get through this declining tops line, I'd look for a move into the low 30s and then high 30s. Seattle Genetics, awesome acting stock of late. And you can see that after spiking up here and pulling back, it's spiked right up again. It actually took out the September high and now may be headed for a test of the June high at 21.5. That could happen tomorrow. Top of the channel says we can beat at 23.5 short term. STMP, after coming down hard and bouncing off to 50, it reversed sharply from 1860 to 21.79, more than 3 points today. Closed at 21.72, up 12% at 236. Significant day for it. That now looks like the rising channel bottom, and we could get a move that takes it back up to retest the highs at 24.4.5, eventually making it up towards 30 by intermediate target. TSPT, big spike reversal today from 591 to 811, closed at 808, up 204, 33.7%, and new multi-month highs, and filled this gap. Note, the gap occurred right here across these lows on the way down. And on the way back up, it closed at the high for the day today. Don't be surprised if you see this run up into the 11, 12 zone short term. Last day is Yahoo, which reversed in the last couple of days. Today was up only 93 cents, up about 7%, but we're hearing takeover and maybe shortly. I would look for the takeover to be up around 18, 19 zone, something like that. But short-term target says resistance is around 16 and then 17. And that's it for tonight. Let's see how it goes tomorrow. Let's hope we get a nice follow through. Good night, everyone.